Hi, I'm Gyansham Malik. You're watching the Hans India, and I have with me the official designer of Miss World 2025 with me right now. So please join me in welcoming her. Hi, Archana. Welcome to the Hans
Hello.
India.
Hello. Such a pleasure to be here.
Firstly, the top model looks, the outfits, each one, each piece was such a beautifully crafted ones, right? How did you design it? What was the planning behind it, the inspiration behind it, and it was all local. As I could gauge it. So please go ahead and explain that to us, to our viewers.
This time, the government of Telangana reached out to us and they asked us to incorporate their fabrics in making the clothes for the contestants, for some of the contestants. So what we did was we had the pleasure to go to the villages of Pochampalli and the nearby villages and work with the weaving families over there, and they weave some of the most amazing creative fabrics. So I will show you some of the fabrics. So one of the fabrics that everybody knows about is definitely the double ikat and the ikat. So it was such a pleasure to see the weaving process of how they weave it, and they agreed to incorporate some of the motifs that we asked them to incorporate within the saris. We worked with the Golabama saris, which have the motifs of the girl, carrying a pot, which shows women empowerment and girl power. And since Miss World is all about girls, it was amazing to work with the Golabama woven saris. Another sari that really caught my attention was the sari that looks like liquid gold. So here the weavers, this fabric is so thin, the sari fabric is so thin that the weavers actually call it the matchbox sari, and they say that this entire sari can fit inside one matchbox. And it actually looks like liquid gold, as you can see. The amazing part of this sari is that it is woven with a few grams of gold in it. So I think that is so interesting and so unusual, and I have never seen that. I, as a designer, have been working for the last 30, 31 years, and I have never seen this kind of a concept of gold being woven into fabrics. And this sari so yes, and we've managed, and as per the trend reports of 2025, liquid gold fabric is trending worldwide. And here in Telangana, the weavers here, we have been weaving this fabric for years and years and working with it for years and years. So I think it was a pleasure working with this fabric. In India, we wear gold ornaments during our weddings and auspicious events because we consider it to be it to be auspicious and nice to wear gold. So imagine here the weavers are actually taking 4 grams of gold and weaving it into the borders of the sari and the motifs of the sari. So it was so beautiful working with these saris and with these weaving families, who actually weave it. So they are happy to even incorporate motifs that you tell them to do, and it's been an absolute pleasure. So I'm so thankful to the government of Telangana for reaching out to us and asking us to work with their fabrics. It's been an absolute pleasure to work with their fabrics. They also asked us to work with their fabrics like their raw silks and their silk nets. So we have embroidered the raw silks and the silk nets with the different. Um, we've worked with the raw silks and the silk nets with different motifs from Hyderabad, which were from the Chow Mahela Palace and from Charminar. So we've taken these motifs and we've put it on these silks and made garments. And we have used pearls, like pearl drops, at the end of each of these garments, because pearls are Hyderabad is supposed to be the city of pearls. So we thought, let's use them as the embellishment. And also, since we were trying to do such a regal collection, we have embellished a lot of our saris, a lot of the garments we've made. Actually, we've taken these saris and we have taken the concept of the half lehenga from Telangana, fused it with the concept of the lehenga, which is popularized by Bollywood and which is a very North Indian concept, and fused all of it and put it all together. So taken lehengas and draped these saris with lehengas and with dupattas, so that people from worldwide think of wearing this and incorporating this, and it becomes global, the phenomenon of these saris. So we've also used a lot of these 92.7 silver coins, as embellishments for our saris, trying to make our garments as regal as possible.
Lovely, because I could see your global sensibilities mixing and perfectly blending with the Indian local designs that you created. I'd also want to know how long did it take for you to create all of those pieces?
It's taken a very large team to first create it, and hours of work, and weeks of labor. We've had hundreds of karigars, over I think around 643 karigars and artisans working day and night at our place, trying to make it. So many tailors stitching this non-stop, so many masters cutting these. So we have 7 masters, 35 tailors just stitching it. We have a large team of us assisting me making it, almost 48 of us assistant designers making it. And I would like to express gratitude to my entire team who made it possible, and the artisans who made it possible to make so much of it. I can't take the credit of doing it myself, because akela admi kya hi kar le. So it's because of everyone that we've done this.
I also want to know which is that one piece that was the most difficult to create for you?
There was not any one particular piece that was different, but I think this whole thought process of how I could merge these saris, and yet make them look different, and make sure that everything is not monotonous. So there are almost 120 girls and contestants, and we can't make all of them wear sari after sari, because then otherwise it looks monotonous. Trying to, and we worked with them last year also. We were the official designers of Miss World, so we knew that they divide the girls into continents, like Africa is a continent, Asia is a continent, Europe is a continent, America is a continent. So, we knew that girls from each continent have different attributes to them. They have different complexions, and they have different heights also. So, there's so many girls from Africa who are almost 7 feet tall, and then there are girls from Asia who are 5 feet tall. So, we had to keep all the characteristics in mind, and then make pieces that could make them look their best self. So we've worked very hard, and also, keep all our traditions and yet make the clothes glamorous, because these girls are ultimately here in a contest, and they're young and they want to. So I tried to merge all these things and tried to put in a lot of effort and put in my best foot forward. I'm sure they've enjoyed it so far, and they will enjoy it in the future as well.
Well, we loved watching it too. The designs, they were phenomenal. I'd also want to know from you. You have designed so many celebrities across the globe. I know it's difficult, but if you have to pick, who is your favorite muse so far?
I'm so honored to have worked with so many celebrities worldwide, and in India especially. It's been a pleasure to work with Shah Rukh Khan, Kangana, Kareena, Malaika, Rakul Preet, so many. And it's such a pleasure to work with each one of them, and there's so much to learn from each one of them. They are like a walking, talking industry in themselves, because, and it's really such a pleasure and such an honor. I'm honored to work with all of them.
Piece that you've created and you're super proud of, like, oh my god, that is Archana Kochar design and I'm proud of it.
So for the last 20 years, I have been working with this concept of fusion saris. I think that one concept that only India came out with, and we've had people from our Gita wearing was a sari. An Indian goddess would wear a sari, and I think that we today, all of us, have become global citizens of the world. So I have, since the last 20 years, tried to do saris with zippers, so people can zip it on, and they have beautiful, like, fused a sari with the global sensibilities. So this is something that I think I've been working. I think I started working with the sari gown and the sari lehenga concept probably before most people did, and we've been doing it, and I really enjoy making those.
Okay, now we'll do quick this or that with you, fashion edition. Is that cool?
Okay.
Okay. So, couture or ready to wear?
Couture.
Neutral tones or bold colors?
Bold colors.
Minimalism or maximalism?
Depends on the garment, honestly.
Okay, street style or red carpet?
Red carpet.
Vintage inspiration or futuristic vibes?
Vintage inspiration.
Fabric shopping or fitting sessions?
Fabric shopping.
Day wear or evening wear?
Evening wear.
Silk or linen?
Silk.
Oh, that is easy. I thought that would be difficult for you. Trendsetter or timeless classic?
Timeless classic.
Fashion sketchbook or mood board?
Mood board.
Okay. Runway show or fashion film?
I don't know, both, I think, but maybe runway show.
Okay. Leather or denim?
Denim.
Fashion week or fashion exhibition?
Fashion week.
Sustainability or statement pieces?
Sustainability.
Runway drama or editorial chic?
Editorial chic.
Fringe or feathers?
Fringe.
Ruffles or pleats?
Ruffles.
Velvet organza.
Organza.
Oversized silhouettes or tailored cuts?
Tailored cuts.
Wow, you know these answers. You know it. You're so good at it. Classic black dress or power suit?
Power suit.
Studio silence or music blasting? How do you work?
Silence.
Oh, nice, cool. Okay. Lastly, to all the budding designers, I when you see them, what do you think is the one mistake or one blunder that they are making in current times?
So, first of all, I would like to wish all the best to all the budding designers. I think it's an amazing field. It's enriched my life and it'll enrich yours also. So, I think you'll have chosen a great field. One of the things that I think that I would like to tell all of them is that, you know, how when we work every day, we wear a garment and we think it represents us, but we also wear an attitude which we don't realize we're wearing every day. It's very important to wear the right attitude, and the attitude has to be of humility. You know, a lot of young people in today's generation have redefined humility. You know, they think a lot of things are their birthright, and humility doesn't come naturally to them because life is easier than it used to be, maybe. But I think humility is what opens doors for you. There are so many. This is a very difficult field, so you'll fall so many times, and the only way to get up and see another day is by having humility genuinely with you. So the only thing I would like to tell people is that be humble, be grounded, and that's very, very important, and be grateful.
That's a very wise advice. I'd also want to take it with me. Thank you so much for saying that. And lastly, one message for Miss India, because we all are rooting for, aren't we?
I think she's amazing. I've had the pleasure to work with her, and I think she's amazing. And I think she's going to be a very strong contestant.
Yes, we feel so. Thank you so much for doing this with us.
Yes, thank you so much. Pleasure talking to you all. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. That was Archana Kocha with us. I am Gyansham Malik with camera person Money. For more news and updates relating to Miss World 2025, stay tuned to the Hans India.